cartoon dog. You've seen cartoon dogs before. Goofy grins, floppy ears, a little tune playing in the background, but this one doesn't come with music, just teeth. Cartoon dog is like someone took a 1930s animated mutt and pulled it out of the screen with bare hands. Tall, distorted, too thin to stand, but somehow towering. Its skin doesn't reflect light, its joints bend the wrong way, and its eyes, nothing. Just two bottomless holes where charm used to be. It moves like a memory you wish you could unsee. Rubbery, exaggerated, way too smooth for something that big. The limbs twist, the torso expands. The mouth stretches wide enough to make you forget it's not smiling at you. It's measuring. No one's entirely sure if it's even real. Even Trevor himself left a question mark next to its name. But the victims? They're very real. Cartoon dog breaks in, waits, watches. It doesn't announce itself or speak. It just shows up in the corner of a hallway like it's been there since the building was drawn. Its hostility doesn't explode. It hums beneath the surface. There's no fury behind its movements, no hunger in its stare, just precision. Everything it does feels preloaded, like it was designed to distort reality, twist bodies, and erase whatever it finds, because that's the only function it knows. It's not the kind of creature that belongs in this world, and maybe that's the point. Cartoon dog doesn't hunt. It appears, and when it does, the line between reality and nightmare isn't just crossed, it's erased. The good boy. Imagine hearing faint footsteps in a hallway you thought was empty. You check the peephole, nothing. But then you hear breathing, shallow, close. That's when you meet the good boy. And no, the name is not a joke. It's the setup to one. This creature looks vaguely like a dog, if you squint hard. In a nightmare, jet black fur, a face so wrinkled and hollow it looks mummified, and eyes, if you can call them that are just pale fog. Its mouth gapes open like it's forever mid-scream, but there are no teeth, no tongue, no uvula, just a void, a howl that never ends. People say it hangs around places like hotels or apartment buildings, not outside, inside, waiting, listening. You open your door at the wrong time and there he is, not barking, not growling, just standing. The kind of silent presence that makes you forget how to breathe. What does it want? No one knows. Trevor once said, not a dog, that's all, not helpful. Some speculate it's connected to static, maybe that eerie white noise before a signal cuts. Others think it's tied to cartoon cat. Honestly, doesn't matter. What matters is that if you pet it, yeah, some have tried. You don't come back the same. That's if you come back at all. It's not loud, it's not fast, it's not even overtly violent. But the good boy is hostile in the most personal way possible. It invades your space, your home, your stillness. And that's what makes it one of the most terrifying ones. No snarling, no chasing, just the quiet, bone-deep certainty that you are no longer alone. Bellringer. You don't fear the bell at first. It's just a sound, until it isn't. Once it echoes, you're no longer alone. Bellringer is what happens when school safety turns into a joke. A skeletal body, two human legs, stubby arms, and a bright red bell where a head should be. The thing looks like it was assembled from leftover anatomy and bad memories. They don't operate solo. Bellringers move in packs. Tactical, efficient, almost instinctual. One rings, the others close in. It's not random noise, it's a signal, a trigger, and maybe something deeper. Some believe the vibrations affect the mind before the body even reacts. Their preference is disturbingly specific. Children. They lurk in abandoned schools and sometimes not so abandoned ones. Adults usually go unnoticed unless they step in. Do that, and you're erased like the rest. How they consume is still a mystery. Maybe the ribs fold open. Maybe they dissolve their prey entirely. Either way, no one comes back. No screams. No footage. Just a ringing bell and a name added to the missing. Some think they're related to Siren Head, a faster, more deliberate cousin. If that's true, Bellringer isn't just a monster. It's a system designed to function without mercy. And once the first bell tolls, it's already too late. Highway worm. It waits in silence, not because it's patient, but because it never had to rush. The highway worm doesn't move fast. It moves right, as in it moves exactly how much it needs to. Just enough to pull you out of your seat and into the dirt without anyone noticing. Roughly 65 feet long, leathery, bloated, and disturbingly human around the mouth. This thing isn't just hiding near highways. It belongs there. Its dull yellow and gray body blends perfectly with metal guardrails and roadside gravel. You won't spot it curled behind a bush. You'll spot it too late, if at all. It has glowing yellow eyes, but not the kind that search, the kind that wait. It doesn't pursue cars at random. It stalks patterns, lone drivers, dim stretches of road, early dawns. It knows your routines better than you do. When it strikes, it's surgical. One blow to the side of the vehicle, the windshield implodes, the frame flips, and then gone. Just a crumpled car and a missing name. No screams, no blood on the asphalt, just a vacancy. What happens after the worm gets you? No one's ever known. That's not speculation, that's fact. fact. No one's returned. No footage. No clues. Just stories whispered at gas stations and dents in guardrails where they shouldn't be. This isn't a predator you run from. This is a problem you drive into without even realizing it. The road doesn't feel empty because it's safe. It feels empty because something made it that way. The Fetid King. Most monsters crawl out from under beds. This one downloads itself straight into your hard drive. The Fetid King doesn't kick down doors. He slips through firewalls. A skeleton king with too few ribs, strands of dead hair, and a wooden crown like it was carved in a fever dream. His face is stuck in a silent scream, eyes made of polished bone. And trust me, once he's inside your device, you'll be screaming too. He's not just some haunted JPEG. He's a self-replicating virus. It starts with one cursed photo, kingbirth.jpg, then two, then dozens. Your files glitch, your screen bleeds color, your games collapse into corrupted static. And worst of all, the image starts looking at you. Soon your device spits out cryptic warnings. He is coming now. All who dare profane the Fetid King shall take his place. Even converting the image into plain text gives the same cursed whispers. The only solution? Destroy the device. If you hesitate, you'll get something worse than a blue screen. You'll get him. No one knows how he kills. Maybe he crawls out of the screen. Maybe he melts your mind through code. Or maybe he replaces you. That's the vibe. Trevor called him immortal, omnipresent, even godlike. Not exactly something you can uninstall. The Fetid King doesn't chase you. He waits for you to click the wrong file, open the wrong message, trust the wrong screen. And once you do, you don't just get infected, you get claimed. The Angel. Some monsters roar, some claw at doors. And then there's the one that waits in the hallway, silent, still watching. That's the Angel. It's not angelic, not even close. The name feels like a cruel joke, like someone needed a word for what they saw and picked the first one that didn't make them cry. It's a tangle of bone and sinew with hollow sockets where its face should be. Its ribs twist outward like broken branches, clutching the edges of door frames like it's hooked into reality itself. This thing doesn't just show up, it appears again, always again. Trevor captioned one image simply, "When the Angel came back," which means someone saw it and lived long enough to see it twice. That's almost worse than never surviving it at all. It never stands in the open. It's always right on the threshold, like it's not allowed in until you invite it. Or maybe it's choosing to wait. That somehow feels more terrifying. And it changes. Its shape, its ribs, its size. Sometimes it looks almost curious. Other times stretched thin like it's trying to squeeze through a space it shouldn't fit. One thing stays constant. Wherever it appears, someone's watching or being watched. We still don't know if it harms or how, but people who've seen it often speak of getting a sign. From what? A protector? A predator? Or something in between? Maybe the worst part about the Angel is the quiet. Because when it arrives, you already know it's been here before. The giant with red dots. There's a difference between seeing something and feeling it. At first, it's just a shape in the distance. But then the back of your neck tightens, like you're being watched. The giant with red dots isn't just something you look at. It's something that looks back. This thing is massive, almost completely shrouded in darkness. Its arms stretch all the way to the ground like it's shrugging, like it doesn't even care how terrifying it looks. But the real nightmare? The 11 red dots glowing on its chest. They don't blink. They don't flicker. Some say they pulse, in sync with your heartbeat. The longer you stare, the more wrong it feels. Like it's syncing with you, on purpose. It's estimated to be about 1,000 feet tall, but honestly, numbers don't matter here. Its size is not the problem. The problem is that it seems to be doing something. Its head is tilted up, like it's looking at the sky, or maybe at the moon. Trevor Henderson once replied to a comment saying this creature's job might be to pull the sky down. What does that even mean? No one really knows. But if it's summoning others, more giants from whatever realm they crawled out of, then yeah, this thing isn't just hostile. It's the invitation to something worse. Unlike some giants who collect people based on worthiness, this one doesn't bother. It doesn't have the tentacles for it. It just crushes. You're either worth ascending or worth erasing. And the most disturbing part, it doesn't move. It just stands there. But somehow you still feel like it's getting closer. Because some threats don't run. They wait, they watch. And eventually, the sky might actually fall. The Behemoth. The Behemoth? Yeah, that's not just a monster. That's a landmark on legs. A full-blown natural disaster that's somehow alive. Picture something so massive that mountains are just speed bumps. Something whose head alone towers higher than the tallest skyscrapers. And that's the part you can see. Most of its body remains buried beneath the earth, suggesting it could stretch for hundreds of kilometers. You don't measure the Behemoth in meters, you measure it in horizons. Its design is reptilian, with pale, scale-like plates that give it the look of an ancient sea creature that somehow wandered onto land. But this isn't some harmless, slow-moving giant. When it surfaces, the ground itself breaks like thin ice. Entire landscapes split open as it pushes forward. Its sheer size makes conventional weapons pointless. What's a missile going to do against something that treats cities like pebbles stuck to its heel? There's no confirmed origin, but its connection to Trevor Henderson's giants hints at something older than humanity, perhaps older than the planet's current shape. Legends say the Behemoth might have been asleep for eons, trapped under mountains and oceans until something woke it. Now every step it takes could redraw coastlines. Despite its speed being unknown, the destruction left in its wake isn't a matter of if, but when. If you see the Behemoth rise on your horizon, that's not your cue to run. That's your cue to pray the ground beneath you stays put. Because once it decides to move, the only thing left behind is the echo of a world that used to be. That's 8 creatures you never want to meet. Each one hostile in a way that feels personal. Which one got under your skin? Drop it in the comments, and if you made it this far, you're braver than most. See you next time. Or not.